Alright, so before we get into how to survive in Speaker's Corner, I need to tell you about this Airbnb nightmare. Alright, guys. Alright, y'all. Update. This is a bad experience, man. Nothing in the Airbnb works. We get back from Speaker's Corner. Not Speaker's Corner. Stratford Station. All these lights. All these lights don't work. Yeah, Leicester Square. All these lights down here, nothing works. When I first came in, I tried to check this TV, right? This didn't work. That was the first sign. I was like, all right, something was a little off. Then when we came down here, I noticed that my cords and my plugs in this room here wasn't working. So that wasn't working. And then when we got back, literally nothing's working. The hot water is not working in the shower. The light in this bathroom doesn't work. So you got this bathroom, you gotta turn the flashlight on your phone.
No windows.
No windows in there. And this is just bad. So we're getting out of here today, guys. We're going to a hotel. So those of you who want insight on the Q&A portion on Stratford Station, you can definitely go to 2.0 where I did post the Q&A. It was a really good turnout. And also we popped into Leicester Square to talk to Ali Dawa. And now welcome to How to Survive in Speaker's Corner.
Why is this? Right. Just wanna tell you about my best friend.
You want me to put all this stuff in my bag? I can hold all that. Wait. Get the shot.
Man, so look, I'm here at Speaker's Corner. We came out here from America. And for those of you that want to travel out here, I just want to give you guys an update on how you should conduct yourself or what you should expect when you come out here. So give the people a little bit of information on what they should expect when they come and travel to Speaker's Corner from America or wherever they come from.
Okay, so you guys should be expecting a whole bunch of people just coming at you with all kind of questions. Usually they're pretty calm, but obviously it gets a little bit intense when there's a little, obviously, things that are said that people don't like. But other than that, look, you're just always gonna come. You're gonna see the crowd. You're gonna see people walking around asking questions. Video's gonna be on you. You're gonna be in the shop. Just make sure you know what you're saying. Make sure you know what you're doing, because these guys, they will throw all kind of questions at you.
Now, as far as the Muslims, right? So when the Muslims want to interact, is it more so that they want to interact with ignorant people or knowledgeable people? Because when we came here, we see the most knowledgeable ones, the ones that they call knowledgeable, we see them ignoring people.
Right.
And is that kind of like something that they created? Is that like something that they got together and said, hey, we're not going to talk to these people? Or is this something that's just kind of like innate within the Muslim community, where if they feel like they're going to talk to somebody who's going to refute them and embarrass them and kind of damage the ummah, they're just going to avoid them?
Right, yeah, you can definitely expect that, because that's the whole intention of them even starting up Speaker's Corner, to run up on people that don't really know much about even their religion, know much about Islam, and then just basically engage in conversation with them. So they want to make sure that you don't know nothing so that they can catch you off guard. Essentially, this for like the clickbait. But when they come across people that do know what they say, like for example Avery Live or even Sig, when he comes here, they're not going to touch them. They're not even going to speak to them. Even Hamza, he's usually here all the time. You know, this guy comes here 24/7, but yeah, every time somehow these guys come around, he's never here, because they don't want to speak to people that know what they're saying, because they don't want to take the crowds away from them.
Wow. Now, how would you say, as far as like the respect factor, how would someone engage in respectful dialogue, or how would someone kind of like remove themselves from getting into back and forth problems, because we have seen fights, we've seen what happened to Hatun Tash, we've seen different things happen here at the corner. How would you say one could come here and avoid something like that? And is it avoidable, or you just got to come and be prepared?
I mean, it's kind of avoidable, and the only way you have to kind of do it is just make sure that you're not saying nothing against their prophet or against their Lord. So you just have to like be a little bit mindful, but at the same time, it's like we have to preach the truth, and you have to come with people that you generally know, so that it can be like your entourage, because with that they're not going to essentially come at you. But usually if you come in with like arrogant, prideful, I'm here to attack your prophet, I'm here to attack your religion, then yeah, they will definitely come at you. Like, forget the respect side of it, they don't care about what you believe, they will literally come and attack you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And so how do you engage after that? What is the response here? Because obviously these things have happened, and
right.
people are still here at the corner. So how do you engage that after that happens? What is it like the next Sunday?
I mean, the thing is, people hasn't stopped coming down here because of all these, because they're scared for their life. They don't want to come here because of all this interaction. But at the same time, he hasn't stopped a lot of people, like, for example, David Wood, and I'm sure that he's been attacked so many times. Even the gentleman over there, he's also been attacked. But the thing is, when you come here, like, look, if you're coming here to preach the truth, like, as the Bible said, look, we should be able to defend our faith, we should be able to stand firm on what we believe in. Come here knowing that you're going to receive some sort of animosity, but just know that, look, also be mindful, because there's also that element where we also have to be respectful to the person. We don't necessarily need to respect the religion, but the person. So just also be mindful that if you're going to come here day in and day out, just know what you're going to talk about, know how to conduct yourself. Yeah.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to add something too. What I've noticed as far as just being from America, coming out here, the things that we do, knowing about the scriptures is not based on one specific area. So you study the Bible, you know about Islam, you know about Christianity, you come out here, you try to engage. If these guys know who you are, they're gonna avoid you.
100%.
We've been out here with Logic. They are ignoring him. Now, he has gotten conversations, but the guys who are supposed to be having a conversation with him, they're either acting ignorant, or they're ignoring him, or they're trying to play this back and forth game where they want to make it seem like Logic is running from them, when that's actually not the case. He's here, he's open for conversation, and they run from him. Situation that we had at Stratford, although it wasn't Speaker's Corner, you can still kind of get an understanding of what's happening. So if you guys have watched the videos of Stratford, where all of the leaders and the guys behind the table running the show ran away from Logic, literally didn't want to have a conversation with him, complained about cameras when they literally put stuff on camera. It's embarrassing. So I would say to Muslims, you got to stop the hypocrisy. Right. When we come out here and engage in conversation to try to go back and forth with you about the religion, just have the conversation, or it looks like you're trying to hide something.
Right, exactly. I mean, if your religion is true, you should be able to stand up and defend your faith. I feel like when it comes to Logic, Live, and certain people, they're very respectful in terms of how they conduct their life. They're very actually patient and calm, compared to certain people. Certain people could be quite arrogant, quite loud, but then these guys, they shouldn't have no reason to run away from them. But clearly they've got a message from some Dawah script or some Dawah people telling them that, look, don't engage with these people. They know what they're saying. They're going to basically scare you away from the religion, and I don't think it's right. Like, you guys need to stop running and actually face the fact that, for one, Islam is not true, and we're just here to provide you with evidence to support that it's not true.
Yeah, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll try to get some clips for you guys today. Right. Make sure you guys tune in to all the clips we've been dropping on the channels. When you guys see this, we will be back in America. So God bless you guys. Peace.
Let's talk about something else, please. Let's talk
let's talk about something else. All right, how as a Muslim do you identify the Injil outside of the Quran?
Okay, the Injil is the book which was given to Isa alayhi salam directly, Jesus Christ.
Well, I didn't ask you who was it given to. I said, how do you identify it outside of the Quran?
But Israel got the gospel in the womb.
Well, we can't because we don't have it physically.
Okay, so you can't tell me where Muhammad is found in it?
Well, when the Quran says Injil, there's two types. The one which was given to Jesus and the one you guys have.
Well, no, it doesn't. It just specifically talks about the Injil. So if you can't identify it outside of the Quran, how can you not identify the one your Quran is talking about, but yet you can say it's split in two and it's the one that we have? You gotta figure out which one you're talking about.
Okay, in Surah 7, 156, 157 when he says
of unleavened bread.
the prophet is mentioned in the Torah and the Injil.
Right.
What Injil is that one?
That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, it's talking about the ones you guys have.
Okay, prove it.
Okay.
Because
When Jesus said
our representation
he will pray for the
of
Comforter.
the death, burial, and resurrection.
Yeah?
Is that the Injil?
Lovely.
No, but what I'm saying in that context, it's talking about Injil.
Right, so that means that you're bringing John, but earlier I could have swore you just said you can't identify it outside of the Quran.
No. What I thought you meant the one was given to Jesus. Sorry, I thought that's what
That's
you meant.
the only one your Quran talks about.
No. It's talking two contexts. One was given to Jesus, and the ones you guys have.
Okay, give me a Quran verse
What Israel received in the
What?
to prove your point. That is
but-
talking about two different Injils in the Quran.
If it says, the prophet is mentioned in the Injil, what Injil is that? And some of the prophet,
Am
which
I
one
not
is it?
asking him that?
Okay, and I'm telling you it's the New Testament.
And I'm telling you to prove it.
Okay, if you want me to prove it, let's go to John where it says.
No, you have to go to the Quran, bro. Yeah, you can't tell me what your Quran is talking about without using Quranic verses. You're saying that my Quran says something. Then when I challenge you on what your Quran says, you say we can't find it. Then when I say, but your Quran also says you can find your prophet in this book, you turn around and say, oh yeah, we can go to the New Testament.
Okay.
So in one sense you can't find it, and then in another sense now all of a sudden you can find it.
Right.
It's either you can or you can't.
Okay. What do you think, when he says that? Because in our understanding, when he says the prophet is mentioned in the Injil, in our understanding, at the time of the prophet, the New Testament was there. So this is how we're able to differentiate between the one that was given to Jesus and the ones you guys have. Okay? And today,
So I'm going to ask you again. When your Quran mentions the Injil, how do you identify it outside of the Quran?
Okay, and I've told you the one who was given to Jesus we can't identify. Okay?
All right. So when your Quran says you can find Muhammad's description in it, where do you go?
Are we gonna go to John? This is where I'm gonna go, bro.
You just said you can't find it.
No, I said in the New Testament the prophet is there.
Okay, Bob, is John the Injil?
And I said to you the Injil means two types. One was given to Jesus and one that you guys have.
Okay, give me a Quran verse for that.
I've just told you Surah 7, 157.
Surah 7, 157 just says you can find his description in the Injil.
Exactly.
It doesn't say that there's two different Injils.
Okay, and we have it in the. Do you want to go to the New Testament with me to prove it to you?
Okay, is John the Injil?
No, I said yes. In that context, it is because it's talking about in that context.
Okay, so in one sense,
to Jesus,
wait, but Bob, let's do this again. In one sense, you can't identify the Injil outside of the Quran. Everybody heard you say we can't do it.
No, I said Jesus one. The one was given to Jesus.
Yeah, but you're splitting it into two when your Quran doesn't say that. You haven't given us but Bob, you haven't given us a verse that proves that your Quran is talking about two Injils. So we're throwing that out until you actually provide evidence for that.
No,
so when you say you can't identify the Injil outside of the Quran, then I say, okay, fine. Where's Muhammad's description in the Injil? Then you go to John. Well, then now all of a sudden you can find it, but earlier you couldn't.
Okay.
You're confusing me.
It says here.
Do you know where the Injil is outside of the Quran or not?
Okay, it says here.
And if anyone here,
Those who follow the messenger,
Jeremiah 31,
the unlettered prophet,
31
whose description they find in their Torah and their gospel.
6 to 27.
All right?
And then go
So
to Psalm.
who is he talking about when he said there at the time? Who?
Psalm 7.
He's talking about the Jews and the Christians at the
They
time.
had the wrong.
So this is how we come to know it's talking about the New Testament and the Old Testament.
So is so in that verse, since you want to try to split it and play games, is Muhammad being found in non-Islamic scriptures?
The new covenant is getting
Yes,
the heart
the Bible.
and the spirit.
That's what I'm saying. You said non-Islamic scriptures.
So the Torah is non-Islamic scriptures according to you.
Yes, the ones you have right now. Yes. Because they have been changed.
So in the 7th century, your God is telling people you can find Muhammad in non-Islamic scripture.
Yes, as a prophecy.
Writes the laws in our heart.
Okay, so what religion is prophesying Muhammad?
Okay, the New Testament, the Old Testament, which is New Testament, Christians have it. The Old
No, that's not the question. Since you're trying to remove these previous books from being Islamic books from an Islamic prophet, from some other person who prophesied Muhammad, what religion prophesied Muhammad?
and I've just told you, Christianity and Judaism. I've just told you.
Okay, so in your Quran, Christianity and Judaism is not lumped up in Islam?
No, we don't.
So what? So that's a separate religion?
Definitely, yeah.
According to you in your Quran, Christianity and Judaism is a separate religion.
It's not the same.
Okay, so Allah is governing two different religions in the Quran.
No. What we believe is at the beginning, and I'm sure you know this, right? Because you like to play games, right? What we believe is the new Christianity and Judaism at the beginning originally was Islam. As time goes on, it was changed. Like Christianity was supposed to believe in one God, and Jesus is the Messiah, is the Messiah, is the Prophet of Allah.
Okay,
but you guys changed it.
so Allah is using a non-Islamic religion from non-Islamic prophets, from changed scriptures, and he's pointing Muhammad back to those people to verify his prophethood.
No. When he says, the prophet is mentioned there, which we can still prove it is mentioned in the Bible. Do you want to go to the Bible passages?
We can't go to the Bible passages just yet because you don't even know what you're talking about. You're saying that your God is sending people back to stuff that's non-Islamic prophets, non-religious scripture. These are just random people who corrupted their books, who are disbelievers, who are liars, who are deceivers, who alter scriptures, and yet you're saying Allah sent them back to those people to figure something out about Muhammad. Are you serious?
Life. What's stopping you from going to the Bible with me?
Because you don't know how to identify your own scriptures without going to the Bible. That's the point.
Should we go to the Bible? Because I have evidences to prove it.
Is the Bible the Injil?
The Bible is the Injil in terms of you have it, yes, as the Injil, but not the...
What does in terms of I have it mean? What does that even mean?
I've already explained it to you. In Islam, when it says Injil, it means two.
You haven't proven that.
I have, because when Surah 7, 157, when it says they have it written in the Torah and the Injil, it's talking about your books.
Where does that say in a separate Torah and Injil?
Okay. Even the one was given to Jesus Christ. Even
does that verse say you can find Muhammad's description in a separate Torah or Injil?
Are you gonna?
I'm asking you. You're splitting it up, and you're acting like I'm supposed to go with it.
Are you gonna let me talk, please? All right.
Bob, you got to be honest with the book. Is that book saying that you can find Muhammad's description in a separate Torah and Injil?
No, it doesn't. But by the context.
So why are you?
Wait. But looking at the context, we can know it's talking about separately. The context is important.
Okay, give me the context.
The context is, it says they can find the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in the Torah, in their Torah and the Injil, which means the ones they had at the time of the Prophet, which is already corrupted, which is separate to the one was given to Moses and Jesus.
Brother, that's not what the verse is saying. If the verse is talking about the books that they had in their hand, that doesn't mean that it's talking about a different book from what your Quran is talking about. All over your Quran, it talks about one Torah, one Injil. When it mentions you can find Muhammad in that doesn't mean that it's talking about a different Torah and a different Injil now. Okay. You're making that up.
Okay, at the time of the Prophet, when the Jews came to make a judgment about the stoning, the Prophet says, I believe in this Torah, didn't he? Yeah. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, he said, I believe in thee.
Why did he call that the Torah? Because because
it was the Torah.
No, even though it's corrupted, we can still call it Torah depending on the context.
So you have a prophet of God saying he believes in a corrupted Torah.
He believes whatever is in there.
Just let me say that. You have a prophet of God that says he believed in a corrupted Torah.
No editing, all right? No editing.
You have a prophet from God that says he's believed in a corrupted Torah.
Yes, whatever fits and agree with the Quran, or whatever doesn't go against the Quran. Yes, even me today, I believe in the Torah, the real message of the Torah.
So you're saying Muhammad was cherry picking in the 7th century too, like you guys?
No, we know. For instance, in your Torah, it says Joseph. Yeah, he had a dream of.
Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away. We're dissecting acting how you're just a cherry picker and you don't actually know what the Torah or Injil
We
is.
go to the Bible. Like,
Why do you want to go to the Bible when you don't even know what your own books are?
Because I can demonstrate it to you why the Bible is false.
Wait, but you're supposed to be demonstrating what the Torah or the Injil is, and yet you can't stop from going to the Bible. Is the Bible the Torah and the Injil without splitting it into two in your own mind?
No, you can split it depending on the context.
Okay, fine. So let's go with let's forget about the non-Torah and the non-Injil. Do you have anything to present us to show where Muhammad is without using our book?
But we said it's mentioned there. So we have to
Answer the question. Without using our book that you guys hate but love so much, do you have anything to find Muhammad in without using our books?
What you mean outside your scriptures?
If I were to say prove 7157 without using the Torah and the Injil that you think is not it but is it whenever you feel like it, can you find it? Do you have a book to go to?
No, but no.
Okay, thank you. So you need the Bible.
Of course, because it was talking about the Bible.
thank you.
It was talking about the Bible. What? Are we not going to go?
You don't know what the Injil is unless you use the Bible. That's the point.
The Bible, bro.
You don't know what the Injil is unless you use the Bible,
Guys,
Bob.
you see now, he doesn't want to
Thank you,
go to
bro.
the Bible because he knows.
Thank you, Bob. You need the Bible. You just proved my point, bro.
Quran was talking about the Bible and the
You just
Torah.
admitted you need the Bible, bro.
But the Quran was talking about that. That's why I want to go there.
You're a Muslim and you admitted you need the Bible, bro. God bless you. Thank you.
It's for the video, right?
So read the Bible and accept it.
He's afraid to go to the Bible because he knows I'm going to cook him.